Pope Francis on pets over kids, full transcript and video. Here is the full transcript and the video of Pope Francis' remarks on adoption, children, and pets. On January 5, 2022, Pope Francis used the word selfishness before making brief remarks about people who choose pets over children as well as parents who only have one child. The larger message of the speech was primarily about encouraging the adoption of kids. The setting was what's known as the Holy Father's General Audience in Paul V Hall in Vatican City. A headline from the BBC read, Pope Francis says choosing pets over kids is selfish. Fox News reported, Pope criticizes couples who adopt pets instead of children, a form of selfishness. CNN also published, opting for pets over children is selfish and takes away our humanity, says Pope Francis. The news was reported by most major news organizations. These headlines stirred controversy and received quite a bit of backlash on social media. For example, one of CNN's tweets received nearly 50,000 responses when replies and quote tweets were combined. The majority of the comments with the most retweets and likes disagreed with the Pope's remarks as represented in the headlines. What was the full context of Francis' remarks about pets and kids, and what was said about being selfish? One thing was lacking from these reports: the transcript. The Vatican's website appeared to have not received a design overhaul since it was launched in the 1990s, which made it a bit difficult to find. However, we eventually located the full remarks, which can be read here. The page showed the incorrect year of 2021, but the website address was filed under 2022. He began, "Today we will reflect on Saint Joseph as the father of Jesus." After reciting a number of Bible verses and talking about Joseph and orphanhood, Francis then made the remarks about pets, only referring by name to cats and dogs. He also seemed to briefly speak on the subject of infertility and said that fatherhood and motherhood are the fullness of the life of a person. Here is that portion of the speech, which was presented as one paragraph in the official transcript. It is not enough to bring a child into the world to also be the child's father or mother. Fathers are not born, but made. A man does not become a father simply by bringing a child into the world, but by taking up the responsibility to care for that child. Whenever a man accepts responsibility for the life of another, in some way he becomes a father to that person. Apostolic Letter Patris Cord. I think in a particular way of all those who are open to welcome life by way of adoption, which is such a generous and beautiful, good attitude. Joseph shows us that this type of bond is not secondary, it is not an afterthought, no. This kind of choice is among the highest forms of love, and of fatherhood and motherhood. How many children in the world are waiting for someone to take care of them? And how many married couples want to be fathers and mothers but are unable to do so for biological reasons, or, although they already have children, they want to share their family's affection with those who do not have it. We should not be afraid to choose the path of adoption, to take the risk of welcoming children. And today, with orphanhood, there is a certain selfishness. The other day, I spoke about the demographic winter there is nowadays, in which we see that people do not want to have children, or just one and no more. And many couples do not have children because they do not want to, or they have just one, but they have 2 dogs, 2 cats. Yes, dogs and cats take the place of children. Yes, it's funny, I understand, but it is the reality. And this denial of fatherhood or motherhood diminishes us, it takes away our humanity. And in this way civilization becomes aged and without humanity, because it loses the richness of fatherhood and motherhood. And our homeland suffers, as it does not have children, and, as it has been said somewhat humorously, and now who will pay the taxes for my pension, if there are no children? With laughter, but it is the truth. Who will take care of me? I ask of Saint Joseph the grace to awaken consciences and to think about this, about having children. Fatherhood and motherhood are the fullness of